it's Belle. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a book haul. Got wet hair, just got out of the shower. I started with books that were sent to me. First, the author sent me a art copy of The Legend of Greyhallow, and the author is Summer Rachel Short. And she wrote, I think just a duology. I don't think there's going to be more, but the Maggie and Nate, and I love those books so much, so I'm so happy she has a new one coming out. And this comes out in July. So thank you so much. 12-year-old Ansley Galloway and her 10-year-old brother Tobin have just moved to the small picturesque mountain town of Lowry. The town is famously the setting for the blockbuster Legend of Greyhallow trilogy, and there are traces of the films wherever they go. Ansley's parents recently bought the film director's former home, which they dream of turning into an inn that caters to fans eager to check out the local Greyhallow movie festival. But when Ansley and Tobin are fooling around in the attic of their new home, Ansley unleashes something she doesn't quite understand. And suddenly purple mist is flooding the town, and she's receiving cryptic messages from strangers in medieval garb. Oddest of all, the enigmatic director of the Greyhallow movies, who's been missing for years, has a message for them. Ansley and Tobin have opened up a passage between the very real magical world of the movies and their own. In a swirl of shifting loyalties, capricious creatures, and movie trivia, Ansley and Tobin have to figure out what to do and who to trust in order to save them all. It sounds so unique, and I just love that. Can't wait. And then the author reached out and offered to send me a copy of his book, The Words Within Realms, on MG Park. And I said, yes, thank you so much. It is so beautiful. Neil Shepherd and Amber Britton are at the opposite ends of the 7th grade social hierarchy. Amber rules on top of prodigy and ace student, while Neil flounders about somewhere much, much lower. Hardly a week into classes, Neil and Amber make a life-changing discovery. There exists another realm, hidden from our own. Here magic is real, and wizards and sorcerers are engaged in never-ending conflict. Now, each day after classes, Neil leaves his ordinary life behind and enters Realm 2 to train as a wizard, while, unbeknownst to him, merely a few classrooms away, Amber abandons her extracurriculars to train on the opposing side as a sorcerer. Friendships are tested, loyalties are drawn, and beneath it all, a plot unfolds threatening to ignite war between wizards and sorcerers. So excited for this. And then Little B sent me an arc of Fae and the Moon, and this comes out this month. This comes out February 21st. I'm not going to read the synopsis because it was my anticipated February releases video. It starts out in color before going to black and white in the arc, so I can already tell how beautiful it's going to be, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much. From HarperCollins, Sweethearts, Harmony and Heartbreak by Kann. And this was an anticipated release video as well, so I'm not going to read the synopsis again, but I'm so excited for this. And this is out now already. And HarperCollins also sent me Sincerely Sicily by Tamika Burgess. And this is already out too. And this was an anticipated release video as well, so I won't read the synopsis again, but I'm so excited. And then HarperCollins also sent me It's Boba Time for Pearl Lee by Nicole Chen. And this was in my February anticipated release video, so I won't read the synopsis again as well. This comes out February 28th. I'm so excited. It's beautiful and it sounds amazing. And then HarperCollins also sent me The Pearl Hunter by Miya T. Beck, and this just came out, so this is out now. This was also in my February anticipated release video, so I'll read the synopsis, but I'm so excited for this book. So thank you so much, HarperCollins, for all of those. And Jellyfish Press sent me 2 books unsolicited. They did email me about this one, and I didn't reply just because with other publishers, or like if you're not interested, just don't reply, because it just is easier to sort through emails. But they sent it anyway. They didn't even ask about this one. I'm grateful, but I just don't like doing that when I don't know when I will get to them, because I'd like to make them priority. But since I didn't say yes, these aren't going to be a priority. But I am excited to have them. Jiu-Jitsu Girl by Jennifer Dutton. Angie Larson hates jiu-jitsu. Like many 12-year-old girls, she fails to find the glamour in martial art that embraces zero personal space and choking as an end goal. Seriously, people choke her, drip sweat on her face, and even wrap their legs around her neck. It's the worst. Instead, she idolizes the seemingly perfect kids at her school who do normal activities like dance or soccer. But just when it seems like Angie's about to be accepted by them, her mom enrolls her in a jiu-jitsu tournament and begins a relationship with the sweatiest coach on the planet. And to make things more complicated, Angie develops a close relationship with a boy who is definitely not part of the cool crowd. Angie must decide who she is while making some painful decisions both on and off the mat. Is she a dance girl, a soccer girl, a nothing girl, or a jiu-jitsu girl? And then It Happened on Saturday by Sydney Dunlap. I did participate in the cover reveal for this one. 13-year-old Julia would much rather work with horses at the rescue barn than worry about things like dating and makeup. But when her BFF meets a boy at camp, Julia's determined not to get left behind. After a makeover from her older sister, she posts a picture of herself online and gets a comment from Tyler, a seemingly nice kid who lives across town. As they DM more and more, Julia is sure that Tyler understands her in a way her family never has. Even better, their relationship earns her tons of attention at school. Then Julia finds out Tyler's true plan, and her world is turned upside down. She fiercely guards her secret, but could her silence allow her friends to fall into the same trap? It's got a very special theme to it and issue. I don't want to give it away in case you don't want to know. But, so I am excited for both of these, but like I said, and if these aren't out now, I'll edit in when they come out. Jiu-Jitsu Girl's already out, and it happened on Saturday. Comes out on February 21st. So that's all the books that were sent to me. Thank you so much. Next, I'll do sequels. Posted The Way Down Deep after I got it for a great deal on Amazon, and I saw that it had a sequel, so I went ahead and got it. The Treasure of Way Down Deep by Ruth White, and it was a great price too. So now I'm glad I have both of those. And then the second book in the Rockstar Detective series, Murder at the Movies by Adam Hills. I love a good detective series. There's illustrations throughout. And then the series, I cannot wait to binge read. They sound right up my alley, and the covers are always so great. The Mystery in the Marshes. And this is the After School Detective Club. That's the series name, and they're by Mark Dawson. Cannot wait to binge these. This is like the third or fourth now. I really don't know why all series don't put the number on the side. It would be so helpful. Like if all of them could do that. There's illustrations. And that's it for series or sequels. And some I got from thrift books that I've been wanting forever. Among the Ghosts by Amber Benson. And the author is the girl who played Tara on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So that's just awesome. And this looks like something I would love. And there she is right there. Nolene Ann Harris Morgan Maypother has always been a slightly eccentric girl, which is why she feels so at home at the Gothic Newbridge Academy from the moment she first arrives. Noah is sent to stay at the strange old boarding school while her entomologist's father is chasing specimens in the Appalachians. Almost immediately, she begins to poke around, curious to learn more about her mysterious new home. She finds herself drawn to an old, burned-out dormitory on the far end of campus. There, she started to find several other kids hanging around the abandoned building, especially since the teachers keep telling her there's no students staying at the school during the summer. Soon, Noah discovers that these other students are actually ghosts and that she's the only, really, who can see them. And now that the ghosts have started to disappear, the only one who can save them. I think it's upper middle grade, the way I saw it described, but I'm just so excited. It sounds so good. Illustrations inside. Dreaming Dangerous by Lauren DeStefano. Tucked deep in the woods and surrounded by a great iron fence lies Brassimere Academy for the Extraordinary, a school for orphans who have strange and wonderful gifts. 12-year-old Plum has lived there for as long as she can remember. Each night she ventures into her dreams alongside her three best friends, Ian, Gwendol, and Artem, to fight monsters and journey on dangerous quests. But one night Plum gets a mysterious warning that she and her friends are no longer safe. And the next morning, Artem is nowhere to be found. As Plum, Ian, and Gwendol search for their friend in both the dreaming and waking worlds, they start to uncover alarming secrets about Brassimere and its intentions. Will they be able to find Artem before it's too late, or will they be the next to disappear? One I've been wanting for so long. Handbook for Dragon Slayers by Mary Haskell. It's got the sticker I still need to get off of it. Toda has never much thought to given much thought to dragons, attending instead to her endless duties and wishing herself free of a princess's responsibilities. When a greedy cousin steals Tilda's lands, the young princess goes on the run with two would-be dragon slayers. Before long, she is facing down the wild hunt, befriending magical horses, and battling flame-spouting dragons. On the adventure of a lifetime and caught between dreams of freedom and the people who need her, Tilda learns more about dragons and herself than she ever imagined. I really hope that they don't hurt the dragons. One I've been wanting forever, The Twist Rose Key by Tone Hell. This just has such a great cover. Like a giant mouse is driving this contraption that flies in the sky with a headlight. He's hanging on to the mouse's waist. Something is wrong in Lynn Rosenquist's house. The clocks tick too slowly, frost covers the flower bed, even in a rainstorm. And when a mysterious key marked Twist Rose arrives for her, Lynn finds a gate to the secret world of Silver. This frozen realm is the home of every dead animal who ever loved a child. Lynn is overjoyed to be reunited with Rufus, the pet she buried under the rosebush. Oh, can you imagine? Oh, well. Together they must find the missing Winter Prince in order to save Silver from destruction. But they're not the only ones hunting for the prince this night. Filled with trolls, magic, and danger, this thrilling adventure brings one girl back together with her lost pet to save an extraordinary world. Wow. If only that were something that you could do. I'd go I'd see my pup again. And then some books that I just saw on Amazon that I've been wanting for a while that were marked down just like some incredible prices. And they're all new, so not used. This is a naked hardback, and it was $5. The Reluctant Wizard by A.A. Warren. By day, wizards rule the world. At night, warlocks seek to destroy it. Now one boy will challenge the both. Eli never wanted to be a rebel. All he wants is an end to the famine and war threatening his community. To save his mother and baby brother from marauding warlocks, Eli is forced to make a heartbreaking decision. He must travel to Terra Magicae, the mysterious land of the wizards, to study magic. In exchange, the wizards will protect his family, but this protection comes at a price. Once Eli enters the Grand Wizardry Academy, he may never come home. So intrigued by this. One I've been wanting forever. Girl Goyle by Better Hero Army is what it says. That is his upper middle grade. Illustrations throughout. Tiffany Nabarro has just awakened from her death, only to be drafted into the Gargoyle Ghost Hunter Corps. Soon she is fighting jealous rivalries within her own ranks, struggling to unravel the mystery of her recent death, and trying to avoid being killed a second time by a maniacal, I can never say that word, ghost named Bones, who is seeking the destruction of the Gargoyle world. It says appropriate for teens and young adults. A twist on the role of gargoyles is imaginatively brought to life in spellbinding fashion. And this was like $4. It's how you have to keep it. I wish there was a place, like the sale parts people have asked about. I wish there was a place where you could go see. You just have to keep checking. The sale parts, when Amazon does a sale, it'll be on anything Amazon Prime. It won't be on anything else. You just have to keep checking. And then I go through my wish list to see when things get, mostly indie books get marked down really, really low. Sometimes not just indie books. You just have to keep checking. And this one was like $1.67 and it's brand new. I was like, what? And it looks like everything I'm gonna love just by the cover. It looks so steampunky by the cover. The Last Gardener by Tracy Wilson. Young inventive Damian Gardner is looking forward to his summer break when he can spend all day tinkering with his beloved gadgets. At least that was his plan until his workaholic dad came home unusually early and announced that his grandfather had passed away, leaving him his massive estate. Eager to explore their new inheritance, the Gardner family embarks on the first ever vacation with great anticipation. Damien, his schedule-loving mom, a video game-obsessed younger brother are appalled when they arrive at the decrepit Victorian mansion situated on top of a mountainside overlooking a secluded, run-down oceanside mining town. However, Damien soon discovers that his great-grandfather and the mysterious estate contain many hidden secrets. Little does he know he's about to venture into the deteriorating future and launch the greatest quest of all time. Will Damien be able to live up to his new title of The Last Gardener, and will he succeed in saving the bleak world of the future in time? Can't believe that was it all. And this one, it's 3 books in the series. I have the first book and another cover, and I couldn't find the other ones in stock anywhere. So I guess they redid the covers, and I love that cover, but this one is even more beautiful. These were not as, so all the ones I got for such a good deal, those are done now. These weren't crazy expensive, but they were just like normal price. So, A Witch's Kitchen by Diana Sanchez. So I'm excited. I have my other 2 on my wish list, and I'm just going to keep watching to see when they go down, because I try to get the best price I can. Millie's a witch, so why can't she do magic? Despite her mother's best efforts to teach her, every spell Millie tries goes horribly wrong, but she's a fabulous cook. When Millie conjures chocolate sauce instead of a transformation potion, her mother gives up and sends her to the Enchanted Forest School, where she's bullied by goblins, snubbed by an elf, and has her witch's hat stolen. Even as Millie's magical talent begins to develop, turning her house ghost into a frog and accidentally charming her entire class, Millie starts to wonder, what if she's not a witch at all? Sounds great. And the cookie. And this is one I've been wanting a while too. I have so many of this author's books by now. It just looks so steampunk, and I didn't, just by the cover, because it looks like a grown man, but it does say middle grade and upper middle grade. I think there was 1 or 2 more books in the series, but this one was marked down enough that I went ahead and got this. The Clockwork Magician by Eldritch Black. A street urchin with a mysterious gift, a nightmarish enemy hunting in the gaslight streets of London. Dark magic rising. It's a cold winter's night when Jake Shillingsworth, serving boy at the Tattered Crow, finds himself running a task for his monstrous master Silas Grumble. Jake's errands are never fun, but this one is worse than most. This one's for a witch. When Jake's best friend is snatched by a terrifying creature, he's forced to seek help from Professor Thistlequick, an eccentric man known as the Clockwork Magician. Soon Jake finds himself in strange, shadowed streets and soaring over clouds in a race to stop the gravest of threats. London Bridge is falling down, and so will the entire city if Jake and his unlikely companions fail. So magic, witches, and steampunk elements. And then this was like $8, and I keep seeing it on Instagram. It's kind of short. It's right under 200 pages, but the Sasquatch of Hawthorne Elementary, and this is the Sasquatch Hunters, and K.B. Jackson. A huge mysterious creature is hiding out in the woods near Jake Nelson's new home. He's sure of it. He and his mom recently moved from Florida to live with his grandfather in Washington State, dashing any hopes he had of ever meeting his equally mysterious father. Starting 6th grade at his new school hasn't been easy either. When word gets out that Jake is a Sasquatch hunter, will he be mercilessly teased like he was at his old school? Or will his new friends, Jasmine and Lanny, help him track down an elusive Bigfoot that might be living in the local park? I'm just so intrigued. And then there's, oh, look, they have a 1. That's so nice. Thank you. There's either 1 or 2 more in this one, but this one was a great price, so I went ahead and got this one. I've been wanting them forever. The Lost Emerald of Briarwood. Book 1 in the Shadow Sovereign series by Vanna Stewart. I think this is upper middle grade. And a theme. 14-year-old Hayden doesn't believe in magic. He's never been attacked by dragons, taken a ride on a taxi service stuffed by man-eating pegasi, or battled a swarm of killer tarantula fairies, and he certainly never owned a pair of ensorcelled underpants designed to make the weather invisible. That would be ridiculous. All Hayden knows is that a wretched life in the overcrowded Arizona foster care system, where miles of red tape often keep him separated from his 12-year-old sister Sarah, the only family he has left. But that's about to change. When Sarah is snatched by goblins, Hayden follows the kidnappers through a portal and into the magical world of Wayfair. In a place where carnivorous mushrooms lurk in a dark forest and people in velvet waistcoats ride in spider automatons, Hayden must solve the mystery behind Wayfair's president and a phony prophecy, or his sister may be lost forever. And then I have another book by this author, and this one sounds just as great as that one sounded. I need to read them both. I'll binge read them both back to back. The Girl in Black by C.J. Lottie. For tales of Harry Potter and horror. 12-year-old Archie, and the writing, I'm gonna have to put this right up my face because it comes like in and out. 12-year-old Archie Wiggins is intrigued when a new family moves into the big spooky house next door. The young girl and her parents seem to be strange and secretive and able to do things which shouldn't be possible. Archie witnesses the girl dressed all in black, performing a magic trick in her garden, except that he doesn't believe that's a trick. He convinces himself that what she is doing is real magic and that she must be a witch. Archie sets out to prove this, but he soon realizes that getting involved with a girl in black will lead him into a weird world of terrifying situations. I think there's 3 currently out in this series. The first one was the best price so far, so I'll keep a watch on the other 2, but they sound so alley, and they're beautiful. L.A. Witch Birthday by Todd McCaffrey. Holly Ivy McNee was born on the night of a great earthquake, the night her father disappeared. Now 12 years later, the earthquakes are back, worse than before, and somehow Holly is connected with them. Doesn't say much, but it says enough. And then Inglestone Manor by S.S. Sawak. Author reached out and asked if she could send me a copy, but Amazon wouldn't let her send to the U.S. thing or something, and I said no to the PDF because they give me migraines. But I looked up the book and it sounded interesting, so I wanted it. So I bought it myself. It seems the war will never end. When Lizzie and her brother and sister evacuated to the village of Inglestone, they find their new home strange. Under the shadow of the ruined Inglestone Manor, they meet Dorothy Inglestone, the last of her line, and the ever-watchful Mr. and Mrs. Gaines. When they are told of a treasure hidden in a ruined manor, they can't resist trying to find it. In their hunt, they come across a strange boy roaming the ruins. Not only is he wanted by the police, but he is also wanted by the Gaines. Can the Allens keep a secret and not betray the boy? Before long, their loyalties will be tested. The one I found on my searches that looks so beautiful. Deachin's Closet, A Quest for Magic by Debbie Noble Black. So pretty. Being the new kid in 4th grade class is bad enough, but when the school's twin troublemakers discover that Sarah secretly still believes in magic, they vow to make her life unbearable by outing her to the entire school after winter break. Her only way to stop them is to prove magic exists, and fast. Help comes from unusual allies she discovers in a dark closet at rustic Deachin's Big Sur Inn. There she finds ghosts of clothes eager to tell the true stories of the real historical people who wore them. But that's not all. They come up with a clever and selfless plan to help Sarah, if she has the courage to carry it out. So excited. Sounds so good. Magician's Elephant by Kate DiCamillo. Wish they wouldn't put stickers that aren't stickers on here. I wouldn't have got it, but it sounds like the elephant's going to be okay, and this cover is just so beautiful. And it was like marked down to like $4 too. I don't know what's going on, but I was happy with that. And there's illustrations inside. Orphan Peter Augustus Dutton has one question for the fortune teller. If his sister is still alive, how can he find her? The answer is unexpected. Follow the elephant. Unbelievable, perhaps, but true. And then another middle grade by T. Kingfisher. Another one I've had forever and I need to read it, but Illuminations. Rosa Mandolini knows in her heart that her family are the greatest painters and magical illuminations in the city. But the eccentric studio Mandolini has fallen on hard times and the future is no longer certain. While trying to help her family, Rosa discovers a strange magical box protected by a painted crow. But when she finds a way to open the box, she accidentally releases the Scarling, a vicious monster determined to destroy the Mandolini family at any cost. With the aid of her former best friend and a painted crow named Pain, it's up to Rosa to stop the Scarling before it unmakes the magical paintings that keep the city running and hopefully save her family in the process. That's so good. And then one of my very anticipated releases from forever ago. It's an Australian release, but for some reason it kept showing up as a new release on Amazon and came out on February 1st. Even though whoever's selling it just put a sticker over the original. But whatever, I got it for $12 and it's Australian, which usually means they're 20-some. The Boy Who Stepped Through Time by Anna Sador. When Perry steps into a crumbling ruin while on holiday in France, he is not expecting to be transported back 1700 years to Roman times. While he hunts desperately for a way home, he must blend in as a slave, even if it means eating mice for dinner. Gradually, Perry is caught up in the fascinating world of Grand Villa Rubia and a life he could never have imagined. But when he makes a new friend, he thinks he might already know her terrible fate. Perry is faced with an impossible choice, to find his way home or stay and guard his friend's life and risk being trapped in the past forever. And then this one, it says book 3, but it came out first. I don't know if these are new covers, and then the other ones are coming out later. I don't know why they're releasing the 3rd book first, and then like they're going backwards. I'm not going to read the synopsis, and it's shorter than I thought it would. But the cover was so beautiful. The Circuit Breakers by Patience Agbabi. So, I don't know. Then the Book of Legends by Lenny Henry. And pages. Illustrator. Brian and Fran love living with their mom, who was a storyteller at the Once Upon a While bookstore in their small Midlands town. Ever since Dad disappeared in a bolt of lightning, Mom and her big book of stories filled with fantastical people and places have been the center of their world. But when Mom goes missing in a lightning strike too, Brian and Fran are certainly alone, or maybe not. It turns out that Mom's storybook is a portal to another world where there's a magical adventure waiting for them. Can they find their mom and just maybe their way home too? And then the rest are all books that were in anticipated release videos, so I'm not going to read the synopsis. I'm just going to show you what I got. This one was in an anticipated release video a while ago, but I think it got delayed, so it just recently came out. The Gardens of Dor by Paula Beagle. Princess of the Wild Sea by Megan Fraser Blackmore. Vita and the Gladiator by Allie Sherrick. Wildsmith Into the Dark Forest by Liz Flanagan. Songwalker by Zyla Bethel. Montgomery Bonbon Murder at the Museum by Alistair Beckett King. The Wildstorm Curse by Eve Warsaki Morris. Oh, beautiful. The Lost Year by Catherine Marsh. The Time Tider by Sinead O'Hart. Where the Black Flowers Bloom by Ronald L. Smith. And then lastly, The Carafer's Curse by Diane K. Sprung. Alright, that's everything. Did you see any that you're excited about? Have you read any? Did you like them? Did you not? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, and about the Amazon sales. I need to put it on Instagram, but today's Friday, February 10th, and this video will go up tomorrow. But today, the sale's still going on, where certain titles are buy one, get one 50% off. So if you go and check, I don't know if it'll still be tomorrow, but, so thought I'd let y'all know in case you don't have Instagram or follow me there or whatever. But if you'd like to subscribe, I would love that if you'd like to. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.